Hello everyone. Another thing I wanted to talk about the PS3 is it's the accessories. There you go. Now, obviously you got the Bluetooth remotes, and that was your only option. Now there were third-party remote controllers, but they required a USB dongle, and the problem with that is it's not a fully functional remote like the Bluetooth remote from Sony is. And that's one of the problems with the PS3 is the fact there's no infrared port. There's no infrared receiver. So you either have to use the PS3 controller or use this to turn on the system. And that can be a little problem. Not really a problem, it's just a little issue, especially if you're using the PS3 as a Blu-ray player. So, you can use this. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with it. But let's say you have a Logitech Harmony Remote. Okay. This is set up for PS3, but I can't use it. You have to use this. But, not anymore. Logitech has this Bluetooth infrared receiver. Now, this replaces this controller. What this receiver is essentially an infrared receiver that translates to Bluetooth. So, this uses the same channel as this remote. So if you have one of these and you decide to get one of these, when you have this connected to it, this won't work anymore. The PS3 has like 7 or 8 Bluetooth channels, and I think 7, I believe. Yeah. Anyway, if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments. But it uses the 7th channel, this and the remote. So, if you use this can go in the drawer or you sell it. But there are some problems with it. I mean, it's not bad, but here's the thing. When we're using this, for some reason, again, this is Bluetooth, so I'm not understanding why it can only be on top of here and will work, but if it's somewhere further away, it won't work. I don't know if it's just where it's located at, or if there's, because the furniture we have is made out of metal and glass. I don't know if that's an issue, but if it is, then that's a little problem, because a lot of these newer home theaters setups now, they're using metal and glass. A lot of the TV stands are metal and glass. And if this has an issue with those materials, then this is going to be a big problem. Sure, you can put it on top of here, but if you're going to have this receiver, and use this Bluetooth, why not put it in a more convenient spot? That way you don't have to point the remote at the PS3. So, say the PS3 sits over there. You don't want the receiver sitting over there. You will want it next to the TV. So, if you notice in my little setup, this receiver is for my media center box. So again, I just point at the TV, and I don't have to point it down towards the receiver, the media center box. If I put it here, on this corner here, it won't work. I don't know what's going on with that, but it's Bluetooth. I don't know if this has a really, really short range or what, but again, it's just not picking it up. I don't know why. And another issue, well, it's not really an issue, it's just, you have to have a wall socket, especially for this, because, of course, this needs power. and it doesn't just plug into the PS3. So there's no plug that just plugs in through the USB port. You have to use a plug. It's not that big of an issue for me, but you know, if you're one of those people that basically use all the plugs, as you can see there, that's, you know, you're going to need an extra plug, which that can be a problem. Now, another issue with this is the price. This is like $60 or $80, I believe, around that price range. This runs $20 to $25. If you have a Logitech Harmony Remote, and the point of these is one remote for all your devices, and you really don't want to get another remote sitting there, then yeah, you can get one of these. But again, these aren't cheap. This costs more. This is like 4 times more money than this. But again, you're buying this so you can use your Logitech Harmony remotes. And as you know, the cheapest Harmony remote is like 80 to 100 bucks, and that's for the cheapest model. And even that's not really cheap for a remote. So I can say go either way. If you have a Harmony remote and you really want to use that and you only want one remote for everything, then yeah, get one. But if you don't really care, if you don't mind having a second remote, just get one of these. At least this way, it'll work. And this you'll have to mess around with. So, this is one of these things where you're going to have to make your call on it. And that's it. I'm just taking a look at the Logitech Harmony adapter for the PlayStation 3. Have a good one.